Kentucky has a state rock that is really a mineral and a state mineral that is really a rock.
It's called black gold and Kentucky state mineral, but one current lawmaker who knows his rocks says his predecessors have made an embarrassing mislabeling of the Commonwealth state rock and mineral, and he wants to set the record straight when it comes to coal.
In 1998, the Kentucky General Assembly passed legislation to designate coal as the official state mineral. Problem is, coal is not really a mineral in geologic terms. It's a sedimentary, organic sedimentary deposit. We might refer to as a rock. Okay. Not to be outdone, two years later, the Kentucky General Assembly passed legislation to designate Kentucky agate as official state rock. According to the Kentucky Geological Survey, the survey was not consulted prior to this designation, which is unfortunate because agate is a microscopically crystalline variety of the mineral quartz and not a rock. Kentucky has a state rock that is really a mineral and a state mineral that is really a rock.
Kentucky's kind of been the brunt of jokes when it comes to the rock and mineral situation. We wanted to correct that situation, so when we go to science conferences, people don't say, "You from Kentucky? Aren't you guys the ones that don't know the difference between a rock and a mineral?" So we wanted to get that fixed. I reached out to my local representative and Sherilyn Stevenson, and I said, I explained the situation to her and said, I'm a geologist and this is something that we've been dealing with for a long time. How do we go about fixing this? How do we go about writing a bill? And she said it may have been one of the shortest bills ever, just a few lines, to correct the rock and mineral. So we submitted it through LRC, and next thing I know, a few years later, it took a while, but a few years later, here we are having a vote on it.
What House Bill 378 does is it allows us to continue to honor these incredible substances and very unique and historical significance to our state of Kentucky. But we just switch the designations to make it a little bit more reflect what they actually are geologically speaking.
We've been dealing with this for like 25 years. It's kind of a silly thing. Some people may think it's inconsequential, but it is important. It is important to get the facts right when it comes to science, and we're happy to be at this point.
Mm-hmm. House Bill 378 passed in committee today. The sponsor, Representative Al Gentry, holds a bachelor's degree in geology from the University of Louisville, so he knows what he's talking about.